Here we go. Topic number 2. Which NFL quarterback has the most pressure on him in 2020? Now, I asked the question, which quarterback, but I think it comes down to several quarterbacks, honestly. But the first quarterback I think of when it comes to pressure next year in the NFL, it's got to go to Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield threw 21 or 22 interceptions last year with one of the best receiver duos in the NFL. Why did he throw that many interceptions? I think it's because they asked him to do too much. This year, he shouldn't be asked to do too much. You got 2 running backs in the backfield who I feel like are going to be utilized this year. You have Nick Chubb and you have, why am I blanking on Kareem Hunt. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I mean, those dudes can do everything. They can run in between the tackles. They can get outside the tackles. They can receive the ball out the backfield. Kareem Hunt actually led the running backs in receptions out the backfield last year. And then you have a formidable offensive line. You have a Myles Garrett on defense, who was an incredible player. He's set up to have success. It's all about how they use him. Are they going to make him force the ball down the field, or are they going to use that backfield and play action the heck out of dudes? If I am the Cleveland Browns, I'm looking at the Seattle Seahawks. I'm looking at the 49ers. I maybe take a note from the Tennessee Titans. All right, those teams are run-first type teams, and I think that's what Baker Mayfield needs to do. He's athletic enough to get outside the pocket on those play actions, on those sprints, those rollouts. He's athletic enough to tuck it and run if nothing is there. You talk about him maturing. That's part of his maturation. That offensive coordinator, the new head coach, has to bring him along smoothly and slowly and use your weapons. As far as receivers, screen the heck out of them. Quick game. Get him in a rhythm. Get him comfortable, and then slowly open up that playbook. So that's one quarterback who I feel like has to prove himself this year, has some pressure on him. Number 2 is Jimmy Garoppolo. When you think of Jimmy, what do you think of? I think of a game manager. I think of a guy who took advantage of an explosive offense with guys who can run with the football in their hands. A guy like Deebo Samuel, a guy like Emmanuel Sanders, George Kittle. He had a great backfield. Now he has to be able to take games over himself, and he's going to have to do it even more this year. Deebo got hurt, broke a bone in his foot. He's not going to be there the first couple of weeks probably. Emmanuel Sanders has gone to the Saints. So now you're depending on George Kittle, as you should, your best player on your team. But now you got to bring along a Brandon Ayuk. So when you have a guy like Jimmy who's getting paid all that money, this is why he's getting paid, for moments like this, for when he has to be the guy. He has to lead the charge. That 49ers offense is deceptive. It's going to get guys open, a lot of crossing patterns. But at some point, you got to line up 2x2, 3x1, and say, Jimmy, lead the charge. So he's under some pressure. Number 3 is Lamar Jackson. I say Lamar Jackson because of the year he had last year. He rushed for over 1,000 yards. I believe only the second time we've seen it. Vic was the first one to do it. I don't think he's going to be able to run the ball like he did last year. I don't think we'll see that again out of Lamar Jackson. If he does, give the man the MVP once again. But the film was out there. Teams watch film. They are going to design defenses just to stop that dude. All right, but they can't just stop him. They got to stop Mark Ingram, and they got to stop J.K. Dobbins back there. So he still has a formidable backfield. He can still get it done, but I think it's just going to be tougher. Where he has to evolve is throwing the football. I believe he was about 55% completion rate his first year, about 60% his second year. So he's getting better. He's getting up there, but every year you got to pick something in your game to get better at, and obviously it's throwing the football if you're a quarterback. He can throw the football. He just doesn't throw it as good as guys who are pocket passers or who are throw-first quarterbacks. He's a run-first quarterback at this point. If he can get that pass game going, he's going to be deadly. Next guy is Josh Allen. Why Josh Allen? 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions last year in the AFC East, and guess what? Tom Brady is gone. He's out of there. Who's going to win this division? Who's going to win? Who's going to take this division? You got the Patriots, the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins. The Dolphins, Fitzpatrick got quarterback. Eventually, I feel like Tua's going to get in the mix, and with that young quarterback being there, you're going to take some lumps. You're going to take some bruises. The Jets, Sam Darnold, talented quarterback, doesn't have a lot around him. Patriots, Tom Brady's gone. Tom Brady did a lot with nothing. Whoever they have over there, Stidham, I don't think he's going to be able to perform the way Tom Brady did with the guys he had around them. So Josh Allen, this is your year. You win this division. You got to the playoffs last year. Now you win this division. You win a playoff game. Guys are going to be talking about you. So the quarterbacks who I feel like have the most pressure on them going into 2020, one is Baker Mayfield. Use your weapons. Run the football. Play action. Take a note from the Seattle Seahawks. 2, Jimmy Garoppolo. Can you make the big play in the big game? You missed Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl. Could have changed the game. Slightly miss him through an interception with your eyes closed. All right, Jimmy, got to step it up. Lamar, can you become a thrower? Can you throw the ball consistently? If you do that, that offense looks so much better than they did last year, and they had one of the best offenses in the league. Last but not least, Josh Allen. Can you cultivate? Can you filter, not filter, can you just grab that athleticism that you have, turn it into leadership, make good decisions, and win a division that's been dominated by old man Tom Brady for 20 years? Those are my guys who need to improve. Next topic.